Hi, my name is Or, like in Hebrew. I am married and have 2 young children, but I live in a very dangerous place in Israel, and we are afraid all time that we won't come back home alive. And I have a message to send what is happening to us, why it's happening, and how we can change it. I live in a settlement in the Shtachim, behind the green lines, called Neve Tzuf Chalamish. And until the year 2000, we used to be friends. We bought from them, we took them in our cars to other places, and we were very friendly. And then the Intifada started, and they started to hurt us when we drove through their village. They did a lynch, so we had to close the road, and the state built us another road that bypassed their village, but there are others. So they are continuing to hurt us since then. And there are a lot of people that were hurt and died. In our settlement, they got in and killed a family, and also outside on the roads. And we are all the time since then afraid to drive outside. And my mom, she had a miracle, not like everyone, and she almost was killed. 17 bullets hurt her car, and she didn't get hurt, but she had a miracle. But since then, me and my sisters had to lie on the seats of the car with a shield of iron, so we won't get hurt. She was so afraid, and we were afraid then. Now we are not doing that, but still we have no confidence to drive outside. And now I see that it started also in other places. It started at the nurse years ago, that they hurt them with bombs, and then moved to the south, and they were hurt there, and then they started to hurt us in the settlements, and now in the center. Everyone feels the same feeling that we can't walk in the streets and be safe, that maybe someone that is Arab can hurt me. The answer, why it's happening to all of us and how it can stop. The Palestinians are Arabs that are ascendants of Ishmael. Ishmael, he is a brother of Yitzchak. Yitzchak, he is the son of Abraham, our father. And Ishmael, he did a Brit Milah. And all the ascendants of Ishmael, the Arabs and Palestinians, have the right of Eretz Israel. And we came back here after 2,000 years, but the right is still there, okay? They still have the right to live here because they are doing the Brit Milah also. This is the surprise that maybe you don't know that the Jews have the right to be here. Everyone knows that, but also the Arabs, because we both do the Brit Milah, but we, the Jews, doing that mitzvah fully, and the Arabs are not doing with something called Pri'ah. So it's Milah, that it's not full, it's empty, it's called empty. So because of that, they have the right to be here, but not all the time. They have three things. They got parts of Israel, like where I live in the settlements. We live in a settlement, and then there are villages of Arab Palestinians around us. When the Jews got out to Galut, when we lived not in Israel all this time until we got Eretz Israel back, then they had the right to live here. And also when the Jews, when we got back to Israel, they tried to hold us back and not let us be here, because they want Eretz Israel also. The ascendants of Ishmael, the Palestinians or Arabs, are called Bnei Ishmael, the sons of Ishmael. They are living here, they are doing us a lot of terror, so that we would call God and we would ask from Him the help. And that's because of them. Ishmael, God will hear us because of them. And we don't need to be with violence like that. We don't need all these bombings to awaken us. We don't need all that. We need only to go back to ourselves, to love ourselves and others, everyone, no matter what they think. We need to all accept everyone. All person has their journey, so accept them. The question is why the Arabs, the Palestinians, are still living here, even though their right is only when we, the Jews, don't live here in Israel, or when the country is empty with people. But the answer is there is another meaning to empty. It also means empty with connection to God, with a holiness. And we came back to Israel, but most of us, the Jews, are not going with the Torah, the mitzvot. We are not doing what God says, and most of the Jews are doing what the Gentiles are doing and wants to be like them, when we need to be the light for the Gentiles. So when only we, the Jews, will connect to ourselves, to God, and will love each other and not talk bad about each other, then we will have peace. Only then. It won't end ever if that country will shoot the Hamas or the Hezbollah or whatever. Only when we will change ourselves, the reflection won't be there. The war that we have here with each other, then when we will stop that, then we would have peace. And not only for us, but for all the world. When all the Jews will come back to themselves, to work God, then all the Gentiles will worship us, will want to learn from us. And we will be the light for the Gentiles, like we should be. So every Jew, please take responsibility for everything that's going on, because every Jew, every person has an influence about all the world. Maybe you think that you are nothing, but no, everyone in the world has a meaning, has a purpose. So look for it. Look for it, for your purpose. Why are you here? It's not a taste of life, like they saying. We have a taste for life, but through Torah. Search for it. And love yourself. Love everyone around you. And talk good. Only good will bring more good. Only peace will bring more peace.